On my father's birthday, I flew back to our hometown to surprise him with front-row tickets to the game he's always raving about. He glanced at the envelope like it was junk mail and snapped, "What? You think you can buy your way out of being a damn stranger?" My uncle cackled in my face. "Well, look who decided to show up, the runaway letdown." My sister just exhaled, muttering, "Don't turn this into your drama." Dad stormed off, tossing out, "You were gone from my life long before you packed your bags." I just said, "Happy birthday," left a small box by the mantel, and walked out. The next morning, my cousin called, voice trembling. "He's barricaded himself in the garage. He found it. He's screaming your name and says he'll torch everything if you don't come back." Finally, he realized what I'd done. So, I don't know if anyone else gets this, but since I moved away 4 years ago, my family's vibe has been off. Not that it was ever perfect. I get these half-hearted texts from my sister like, "You still breathing?" Dad, if he bothers to say anything, sends some snarky meme about kids today or how nobody visits anymore. Uncle Barry's just a bitter old guy in the basement thinking he's a comedian. Whatever. I'm not claiming I'm flawless, but I'm not the monster they paint me as either. Anyway, Dad's birthday was coming up, and I thought I'd try something nice. Not to score points, just because. He's always griping that no one in the family cares about sports except him. But then he treats you like an idiot if you try talking about it. Typical. So, a month ago, I scored front-row tickets to the game he's obsessed with, the one he says he can't afford. Man, they cost more than my rent, and I had to sell my old guitar to cover them, but I figured it'd be worth it for a few hours of him acting like a normal person. I triple-checked the date because last year he lost it when someone got it wrong. I flew in the day before, didn't tell anyone, just texted my cousin Ava to make sure someone would be home. She's the only one who doesn't treat me like I'm invisible. She said to just walk in. The door's always unlocked, which is wild, but that's this town for you. I got there, suitcase in one hand, envelope in the other. It was already awkward. No one even looked up when I walked in. Dad was slouched in his chair, glued to his phone, watching some game recap. Uncle Barry was in the kitchen, shoving cold cuts in his face straight from the pack. My sister Lena was sprawled on the couch, scrolling TikTok, ignoring me completely. I stood there, holding the envelope, feeling like a total fool. After a minute, I said, "Hey, happy birthday!" and handed Dad the envelope. He didn't even glance at me, just poked at it like it was contaminated. When he finally tore it open and saw the tickets, he sneered like he'd found a moldy sandwich. "What's this? You think you can just buy your way out of being a damn stranger?" he said, loud enough for everyone to hear. I just stood there, frozen, not knowing what to do. Uncle Barry let out a mocking laugh. "Well, look who crawled back. The prodigal letdown himself." Lena sighed, eyes still on her phone, and muttered, "Stop making this about you, Caleb." I'm just standing there with a card and tickets thinking, okay, guess this is my fault now. Dad shoved the envelope back at me and said, "You were gone from my life long before you packed your bags." Then he stormed down the hall and slammed his bedroom door. Everyone acted like it was nothing. Barry went back to his deli meat. Lena started texting, probably about how pathetic I am. I just laughed, because what else do you do? I set the envelope on the coffee table, then pulled out this little box I'd brought. I'm not saying what's in it yet, but it's something personal I kept from when I left. Nothing illegal, just meaningful. I placed it on the mantel where everyone could see it, said, "Happy birthday" again, and walked out. No one even blinked. Barry mumbled something about me finally getting the hint. Lena didn't look up. The door jammed a bit, so I pushed it harder than I meant to, and it slammed shut. I stood outside for a second, breathing in the weird mix of fried food and damp lawn. Why did I even try? I thought. I knew why, but still. I checked into the rundown motel by the highway, ordered takeout, and barely slept. Kept checking my phone, half expecting a text, but it was dead quiet. Around 8 a.m., my phone started going off. Missed calls from Ava, which was odd. She never calls. I finally picked up and she was freaking out saying Dad had locked himself in the garage, yelling my name, and had found what was in the box. He was ranting about burning everything if I didn't come back. I could hear him shouting in the background. I'm sitting there, still in yesterday's clothes, staring at the motel wall. No clue what he's going to do next, but for once, I'm not just going to take it. It's his move now. All right, I'm back. Didn't sleep at all last night, just scrolled my phone and picked at some cold fries. You ever have one of those days where you know the next 24 hours are going to be a train wreck, but you can't stop it? That was me, waking up to 20 missed calls from Ava, a couple of texts from Lena like, "What did you do?" and "Fix this," and even a missed FaceTime from Uncle Barry, which is so bizarre it's almost funny. When I answered Ava, her face was red and splotchy. She'd been up since 6. Dad was still in the garage, screaming my name like I'd cursed him. She said he was losing it over the box I left. At first, she tried to play it off like he was just having a fit, but then she admitted he was threatening to burn everything if I didn't fix it. I asked what that even meant, and she went quiet, then said everyone was blaming her for letting me in the house. Sure, Ava's the problem, not the guy who can't talk to his kid for 5 minutes without exploding. Lena texted, "You need to fix this. Mom's crying. Dad's threatening to sell the house. Do something." I almost laughed. Like, what am I supposed to do? She followed up with, "You caused this? You deal with it." Then went silent. The family group chat was a mess. Lena in all caps, Barry sending voice notes I didn't bother listening to, Mom typing novels about how I always make everything about myself. Ava barely said anything. Since people keep asking, I'll say what was in the box. A stack of old letters from Mom to Dad from when they were separated for a few months when we were kids, a photo of me and Dad at his first game, and a printout of the last 3 mortgage payments I'd made, not him. I stuck a note on it. "Since you wanted proof, I give a damn." I didn't leave it to cause a scene. Just thought maybe he'd get it if he saw it all together. Clearly, he didn't, because now he's acting like I tried to poison him. I'm more pissed than anything. Dad's like this because he thinks I ditched the family when I moved away. He's always been the guy who needs to be needed, but only on his terms. If I show up, I'm attention-seeking. If I don't, I'm a jerk. He wanted me to stay in town, live his life, be the perfect son. When I left, he took it personally. Every time I try to do something decent, he twists it into me trying to buy forgiveness or show off. Barry just fuels it because he's jealous I got out. Lena plays both sides. Mom's just exhausted. I sat in the motel, watching the group chat explode. Barry sent a dramatic selfie from the garage door, captioned, "Here's your legacy, Caleb." I ignored it. Then I got a call from a random number. Dad's buddy from the club, Barb. She's like, "What did you do to your father?" "He's threatening to call the bank." I said nothing and hung up. I was done playing nice. I texted Lena, "If Dad wants to sell the house, fine, but he won't like how it goes." She sent back a string of question marks, then nothing. I checked my bank app. The mortgage auto payments were still set for next week. I canceled them, not out of spite, but because I'm done footing the bill for a place where I'm not welcome. I knew it'd start something, but I didn't care anymore. If he wants to handle it, he can. Ava texted again, saying Dad was tearing up the garage, ranting about me ruining his life. Mom locked herself in the bathroom. Barry tried to get in the garage, and Dad pushed him, so now he's outside yelling too. Lena's airing it all out on her private Instagram, posting about toxic families and people who can't let go. I scrolled past it. Got a DM from some distant cousin on Mom's side asking if I was okay. I said, "Yep, fine," and left his follow-up on read. He doesn't know the half of it. Nobody does. By late afternoon, I was numb. Went for a walk, grabbed coffee, ran into some guy from high school who acted like we were tight for 5 minutes, then bailed. Saw Barry's truck drive by. He didn't see me. Checked my phone. 3 missed calls from home, a voicemail from Mom just crying, and a text from Lena saying Dad's threatening to, then, "Happy?" I replied, "I'm not paying for the house anymore." She didn't respond. I thought about blocking them all, but that felt too simple. I wanted them to sit with this, not because I'm cruel, but because I'm done letting them walk all over me. They want to make me the bad guy? Fine, I'll play that role, but it's going to cost them too. So now I'm waiting. Dad's next move will be big. He always has to win. But I've got more leverage than they know, and if they want to fight, they'll get one. Next time I post, I'll let you know what that looks like. I'm kind of looking forward to it.